Hey everyone, so we're gonna keep putting out these take-home crafts since y'all seem to be taking them and enjoying them, hopefully. So for this month, to celebrate St. Patrick's Day, we're gonna make these fun rainbow leprechaun hats with a little pot of gold at the bottom. Can't really get the whole thing on the screen at once, but you'll be able to see the example in the lobby. So here is what you're gonna get. So in your bag, you will get a whole bunch of colored paper. All right, and let's see. So the first thing that I did was make my leprechaun hat. And you can just kind of freehand draw it. It doesn't matter, you know, how big or whatever it is. It's all up to you how you make your leprechaun hat look. I like to draw things out with a pencil before I cut it, but if you don't want to, you don't have to. You can kind of see it there. I'm just gonna cut it out. There you go, you can see my little hat. Got some extra paper, green paper I'll put over there. Then in your bag, so in your bag you'll have gotten all these pieces of colored paper. You'll have red, orange, yellow, green, blue, and purple. You'll also have gotten a larger sheet, or a rectangular, larger than the strip sheet of black paper, a small strip of black paper, and some yellow paper. This smaller strip of green or black paper is what you're going to use to make the strap on your hat. As you can see on mine, I'm going to cut this down a little because it's a little fat for my hat that I made, and I don't want it to be that big. So I'm just going to cut it a little bit skinnier and then lay it against my hat to see how long it should be, and then just cut it off right there. Once it's cut off, you can use a glue stick, tape, stapler, whatever you got that works for you, and glue it onto your hat. Like this. The next thing that you can see I put on my hat was a little buckle. You don't have to do this part if you don't want. You can just do it as a yellow square if you want to do it an easier way. The way that I did it to make it look like that open kind of square is I just cut a little square, a little yellow square, and then I folded it in half, like if you're gonna make a paper heart, you know. And then I cut straight up, and this is with the V on the bottom. I know this is super tiny and really, really hard to see. So if you want to ask me how to do it, you know I would be more than happy to show you. And there we go. See my teeny tiny little buckle for my hat. So I'm gonna glue that on next. All right, so now my hat is done. Next, I think I will do my rainbow part. So I already cut out all of your rainbow loops. So all you have to do is make them into circles, and then you can decide if you want to tape, glue, or staple them together. So the first one you just do. The next ones after that you have to loop, so when it's still a straight piece of paper, feed it through your circle, then staple it. Because if you just staple them all as loops, then you're just gonna have a bunch of loops that aren't attached. And that is not what we're working for. Just keep doing that. Every time you gotta make sure you're feeding it through the hoop. Oopsie, I dropped it. And then closing it. Through the hoop, closing it, and stapling. Through the hoop, closing, and stapling. Alright, so now I have my rainbow chain and my hat. To attach these, I am going to use some tape this time. I'm going to take a piece of tape and I'm going to put it on the back side of my hat so that it hangs down. So it's taped from there and it's hanging down. Now I'm going to take my paper chain, and you can either do it this way or this way. It doesn't matter. I think I'm going to start this one this way just because the other one I did the other way, just so we can have an example of both. So now I need my pot of leprechaun gold down at the bottom of the paper chain. So this part is again going to be a little bit of freehand drawing. Do it however you want. It is your leprechaun pot of gold, so whatever you make it look like is correct. There's no right or wrong way to do this. Again, I like to draw out things before I cut them so that I have a bit of a plan. Yeah. Probably can't see it that well, but there's my little leprechaun pot. Now I'm just going to cut this out as well. Alright, there is my pot for my leprechaun gold, but I don't have any gold for it yet. So we gotta do that. That is what this last piece of yellow paper is for. You can just draw a bunch of yellow circles, however big or small you want your leprechaun gold to be. You could also draw it as just kind of a stack of gold that you could put in. I can show you how to do that on this one. So I'm just going to line it up. So you could just draw kind of like, let's see, there, like that, so that you can see. You could draw that and then cut it out. So then that's your pot of gold right there. I'm gonna keep going with my circles though, I think is what I'm gonna do. There's no right or wrong way how to do it. I cannot wait to see all of these. If you want to, I would really love to see them hanging on your doors, in your windows. You can bring them down here as always, and I love to display all of your art in our classroom and in the hallway. Especially now that Valentine's Day is gone, we're going to start taking down all of our beautiful spin art hearts. And I'll need something new and cool to put up out there. Hopefully y'all can help me with that. I'm making some of these cute leprechaun things. Usually I do a better job of pre-cutting all my stuff so you don't have to sit and watch me cut things, but it's been a minute since I made one of these videos. So here we are. Watching me cut out circles. And none of these are like perfect circles. Like they're all a little different kinds of lumpy, and some are more like ovals. There's no right or wrong. We're just making art. I love everything that all of you create. I think everything you make is beautiful. Just do a couple more and then we'll call it good. All right, we'll call that good on the coins. Okay, so on this one you can see I made it where the gold was kind of flowing over the edge of the pot. Some were even falling down. You could also do it the other way where they're like more inside or behind the pot. Whatever floats your boat. I'm gonna glue these down again. As always, if you need glue or scissors or anything to do this craft at home, let me know and we will get you that stuff. That is no trouble at all for us to make sure you have what you need to do crafts at home, because I want you to be able to do crafts at home. That makes me happy. All right, maybe I will cut out a couple more circles. Just so you can see how I did this. Just one more, I guess. Okay, so there is my leprechaun pot full of gold. If you wanted to, you could glue another one on here or down here like I did on my first one. We're just gonna leave it at this so that I can show you the last step. So I used more tape. I did it just like I did on the hat, and I taped it on the back so that a little bit hung out, but I did it so it hangs out over the gold. So now you are going to take your hat with your chain. You're gonna hang this part off of the purple. So you'll just be able to tape it right on there so that it hangs down just like that. Let's see if I can bring it back. I hope you all do these and enjoy them and have a lot of fun making them. I can't wait to see what you make. Post pictures on our Facebook page. I would also love that.